of course, an all-pro with the Baltimore Ravens. So their offensive line has been critical. Gronowski knows that. They've been able to run the football all year long, and Gronowski's one of their leading ground gainers. So, you know, and the typical fan base, before the Hawks couldn't score touchdowns, now they can't throw touchdown passes. And I try to tell our fan base, look, Gronowski knows north and south. He knows where the end zone is. If he wants to run for 25 touchdowns this season, I'm really good with that because they're scoring touchdowns. Yeah. They got an All-American field goal kicker, but give me 6 anytime.
Chatting with Gary Dolphin, the legendary voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes. And Gary, obviously the DNA of Kirk Ferentz teams is they don't get penalized. They play clean football, but they play tremendous defense. And you look at Phil Parker, he's been sort of the definition of consistency in what he's put together since he's become the defensive coordinator. When you look at the identity of this defense, what do you see?
I don't see much different MO than I did. Well, you know, I've been doing this for 28 years in Iowa City, and when Norm Parker came to town from Michigan State in the George Perlis coaching tree, he laid down that 4-3 defense and said, "Look, we're not going to blitz a lot. We're going to be big. We're going to be strong and physical. We're going to stop the run." And Norm had a line, look, I'll go to Vegas on your money. I'm not going to Vegas on my money. The translation is he's not going to blitz. Well, Phil Parker comes in after Norm retires. And by the way, no relation, Phil Parker to Norm Parker. Phil was a great defensive back at Michigan State. And he's sending pressure more. He'll blitz a little bit more, but not a lot. So it's just guys that they identify to fit their system. The smart guys in the classroom, they buy into the plan, and they go and execute it. And typically, if you come to Iowa, you're going to redshirt that first year. You're going to lift weights. You're going to get big and strong and in conditioning, and you're able to go all 4 quarters for 70 or 80 snaps if called on. And he's got another crew like that. Now, they've had some soft spots in the middle at the linebacker position. They got 3 new starters this year. Now, they're all juniors and seniors, but they've never played. So they've had a tendency to overrun their gaps, overrun their protective areas that they're supposed to stay home in because they're excited and they want to make a play. And so there will be some throws in the middle of the field for Latif or the Husker offense on Friday. And they're getting better at it, but the bottom line is when you they've got great people up front, really defensive ends that are all Big Ten and have been there for 3 years. Aaron Graves is an All-American defensive tackle. And in the back end, the safeties are outstanding. The corners are better than average. So that's what you see. That's what you get. They're ranked top 10, Elliott, in every major, or top 20 for sure. Top 10 in scoring defense, top 10 in defense against the run. The statistical, they're right where they've been for most of 28 years. And I don't expect that to change going forward.
Well, Gary, really appreciate your time and, the opportunity to call this game and be a part of this rivalry. I know it's special, and if history's any indicator, it should be a close one here this morning as we kick off about 11 a.m. here between the Hawkeyes and the Huskers. So really appreciate your time.
Yeah, it's great that bordering states can have a heck of a rivalry in football and still honor citizen heroes like both Nebraska and Iowa will, thanks to Pioneer. First off, it's a great trophy to play for, but when you can honor the common folk that come to the games, buy the tickets, and support both schools, it's extra special. That's what rivalries are all about. Thanks for having me, Alex.
No doubt. Thank you so much, Gary. That's Gary Dolphin, voice of the Hawkeyes. 100 years ago, one seed changed everything. Pioneer is proud to be the one you can count on when every bushel counts. Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Now it's time to take a look at the traffic coming into Lincoln on this Black Friday. Here's Trooper Brett.
Good morning, Nebraska fans. We're seeing heavy concentrated traffic in and around the Lincoln area as kickoff draws near. While most congestion area appears to be local now around downtown, on ramps into the city and near the stadium, you may experience intermittent congestion between Waverly and Greenwood at westbound I-80. The crash report earlier near Highways 6 and 31 has been cleared, and both vehicles are back on the roadway. However, there may be residual slowdowns in the area. If you're still on your way to the game, be sure to allow extra time, and once you get closer, plan for slower traffic again near those exits and around the parking areas. Great vision makes you a great quarterback. It makes an even better driver. Put your phone down and keep your eyes on the road. This is Trooper Brett with the Nebraska Safe Patrol on the Huskers Radio Network. This message is sponsored by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You're listening to Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by Central Valley Ag on the Huskers Radio Network.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry in, these value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs, driven by value.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
Defend your network like a champ with Hamilton Business Technologies. From end zones to endpoints, our cybersecurity solutions keep your business and your data protected from online threats. We offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. You keep doing what you do best, and we will protect the rest. Hamilton Business Technologies, the official business IT partner of the Huskers. Visit us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
This is the Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by Central Valley Ag. You're listening to Big Red Football.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path, Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, or Village Point Toyota of Omaha.
As the world's largest family-owned and operated manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing Company has led the way in innovation, offering top-quality products that empower farmers to thrive. Get ready to tackle your agricultural challenges with Sukup, where innovation meets reliability. Visit Sukup.com today to find a dealer near you.
Performance meets luxury at Woodhouse Cadillac. Lease the 2024 Cadillac XT4 Sport for $499 a month for 36 months and 10,000 miles per year. Browse our inventory in-store or shop online today at woodhousecadillac.com. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, first payment, and $299 doc fee due at signing. Must currently lease a GM vehicle to qualify. Courtesy transportation vehicle with 4,044 miles. Offer expires November 30th, 2025. See dealer for details.
Final segment of this CVA countdown to kickoff, closing in to Nebraska and Iowa. Just under an hour till we get this thing kicked off. Fans, reminder, game preparation and repetition predict success in winning. Drivers and vehicle passengers who always use their seatbelts will increase their survival chances if a crash should happen. Remember to always make it click from the NDOT Highway Safety Office. It is chilly down on the field. Kyle Crooks back with you. And for more on those chilly temperatures, which we don't necessarily have to deal with all that much up here in the booth with Jessica Cootie down on the field. She's right in it. Jess, what do you got down there?
Yeah, Kyle, I thought we were switching jobs today.
Yeah, no.
You got the window open up there?
Yes, we do. Damon does not. Keep that for the record.
Damon doesn't even have a coat, so.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you need to invest in some gloves and some hand warmers. We gotta get you Midwest ready here for these cold football games, Kyle.
Yeah, it is about 25 degrees right now, 7-mile-per-hour winds. Is that what you're feeling down there?
Well, actually, I talked to Rusty Dawkins, the chief meteorologist that this football staff relies on to really pass along what all's going on, and he said it feels like 20, and it's going to hover around that, but we should get up into the 30s, but it's the wind chill and what it feels like is going to stick around 20. He did tell me there's a chance maybe later on in the game that we do see some flurries, maybe some raindrops and sleet, but nothing too significant. 15 to 20 mile per hour wind out of the southeast. And that's when it hurts, Kyle, is when that wind hits at 20 mile per hour. But, you know, it could be worse, I'll tell you that. But again, Rusty Dawkins giving me that report, so I'm okay for now, but we'll check in a little later.
Yeah, from what I've been told, last year was probably a little bit colder when the Huskers were there at Kinnick. Cornerstone Bank is committed to providing you game-changing solutions for your financial needs. Bank on a solid foundation. Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So the weather, in a way, maybe will play a factor, maybe not. I mean, these are a lot of players that grew up in the Midwest, so for them, they're all good. But Jess, for you, what do you have for your Prairie Valley keys to today's performance?
Well, and I think it's been the message all week long, but they've got to be better against the run. Nebraska's got to be better against the run. We heard Rob Dvorak earlier and countdown to kickoff. Physicality going to be an important part of that, but I think to add to that is also knowing your job and doing your job. Going back to last week in the Penn State game, there were times I heard on the sideline, coaching staff would come back over, show on the iPad, like, hey, this is not where you're supposed to be. We practice this. And so, and then we heard Coach Rule say earlier on in the week we had some missed assignments. So got to be locked in and take care of your job and what your responsibilities are, because there's different kinds of runs. It's not just, hey, same kind of run that I was going to do. So you got to be ready for that. And obviously match that physicality. That's number one for me. Special teams, always absolutely going to be a key in this one against Iowa. And with this kind of weather, we're watching the field goal team and the punt team. It's going to be a factor. And, those holders don't have any gloves on, so could absolutely be crucial. So you got to be able to take advantage of the moment when you do get those opportunities on special teams. And lastly for me, and another kind of similar message we've heard throughout the week and talk with players and coaches, is you got to be able to punch back. I mean, Iowa's going to come in. This is a rivalry game. Iowa doesn't like us. We've heard Damon talk about that all day. Iowa doesn't like us. We don't like them. But they're going to throw some punches. And I think that was one thing that they were disappointed in against Penn State, is they didn't respond. They didn't punch back. And so in this kind of game, it's going to be probably a 4-quarter game and come down to the wire, you got to be able to punch back and counterpunch when those punches are thrown your way. Those are my keys to today's performance, presented by Prairie Valley Seeds. Grow without limits.
Jess, great stuff as always. Stay warm down there. We'll talk to you in the pre-kick show.
All right, sounds good.
Jessica Cootie, great stuff as we close in to get a chance to talk to Matt Rule in the Matt Rule pregame show, which is coming up here in just a matter of moments. It's Nebraska and Iowa. Of course, a lot of heartbreaking moments for those clad in the scarlet and the cream. Will meet on Black Friday for a 15th consecutive season. What's interesting, the road team has won 9 of the last 13 in this series since the Heroes Trophy has become a thing since Nebraska joined the Big Ten. Iowa's 10-4, so an opportunity also to get their first win here in Lincoln over Iowa. You have to go back to the 2011 season, so it's been quite a bit. So, how do the Huskers find a way to win this game today, get to an 8th win on the season? More of that with head coach Matt Rule. That is next.
It's time for the Coach's Pregame Show, brought to you by Medica. The Coach's Pregame Show with Fred Hoiberg is brought to you locally by Now, here's the voice of Husker basketball.
Welcome into the Matt Rule
Pavelka.
pregame show, getting set for Nebraska and Iowa, the Heroes game. Kyle Crook's now joined by the head man, Matt Rule. All right, Coach, Nebraska, Iowa, this is a rivalry that means so much to so many in this state. Do you get the opportunity to chat with your team about sort of the short history of this game and some of the recent games that you've had? Do you have a long chat about that?
Yeah, we certainly make sure that everyone understands sort of what the rivalry means, and certainly the last 2 years, our time here, what it's meant. We have a lot of respect for the way Iowa plays, and so we do that quickly, and then we have to kind of move on to, hey, here's how we have to attack them on offense, defense, and special teams, and try to get back to playing really good football.
What have you seen specifically from your defense? It's going to be another challenge in terms of stopping the run, but the defense and their ability to embrace adversity and what happened last week, and now take what they do into practice and get ready for a good Iowa team.
Yeah, we have great leaders, guys who want to do a great job. They've done a lot of really good things. Obviously, the run game has been a struggle for us, and that's what Iowa does. And so, all you can do is go back to playing the best that we can possibly play. The guys always come; they show up to practice. They work hard. They're trying to improve. We got a lot of young players out there that are growing by leaps and bounds, and we just want them to go out there and play free and attack it and play for 60 minutes.
And talking about players that are growing, but TJ gets that opportunity at Penn State against a very tough defense, very similar with what Iowa can do defensively, very good. What have you seen from TJ this week in embracing what was on tape against Penn State and getting ready for his first career home start?
Yeah, I thought TJ was poised, really poised against Penn State. Tremendous rush, not a lot of free, easy things. And whether it was him scrambling for a touchdown or hitting Emmett on a wheel route or those different things, we'll need all of that versus Iowa. They play a different style than Penn State, but they're excellent at what they do, and we'll just need him just to be methodical. There's not going to be a ton of big plays and things like that. You're going to have to execute up and down the field, and we feel very confident in his ability to do so.
This game is brought to you in part by your Midwest Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com for all your truck, SUV, and electric vehicle needs. Also, nothing goes better with Husker Sports than Fairbury. Fairbury premium quality hot dogs deliver the home game experience to your family and friends. Fairbury, the official hot dog of Husker Nation. We preview Iowa right after this.
This is Big Red Football.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line, when winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles, when your thermostat is in the red zone, when the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry in, these value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs, driven by value.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
In Nebraska, the good life means mornings that wait for you, a porch swing or a skyline view, work that matters, and time that's yours. Neighbors who wave, stars you can almost touch, a mortgage that makes sense, more space, more time, more life. Nebraska, the good life is calling. Are you ready to answer? Learn more about living in Nebraska at www.thegoodlifeiscalling.com.
Hey Husker fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Husker football games or to any other live event in Lincoln, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Nebraska Football. Let's go Huskers! SeatGeek.
This is the commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, and we've been innovating ever since.
The one that started it all, the #1 seed to beat, the one for you.
In 2026, we celebrate a century of innovation. Plant the 100th season. Plant Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/100.
Back in on the Matt Rule pregame show, Nebraska and Iowa, final game of the regular season. This week's contestant for the Woodhouse block punt for a touchdown contest is Mark Schmidt of Elm Creek, Nebraska. Remember, if the Huskers block a punt and return it for a touchdown, Mark Schmidt will win $20,000 towards the purchase or lease of a Woodhouse brand vehicle. Go to huskers.com/Woodhouse for the official rules and how to enter. Looking at Iowa, Mark Gronowski, I mean, he's just a winner, right? Nobody at any level of the NCAA as a quarterback has won more games than him. How does he do it as a runner and even as a thrower? What do you see on tape?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, he hits some explosive plays in the play-action game off of their run game, and he does a great job of running the football, both design quarterback runs and scrambling. So we'll have to account for him really on every single play.
Yeah, I'm interested. I was thinking this week, you guys have been so good on special teams. How do you negotiate field position a little bit when you have Caden Weegan, number 21, on the other side, who's so electric as a punt and kick returner? Are you willing to give up some field position to make sure he's not touching the ball?
Yeah, I mean, I think anything you can do to eliminate him, he's dynamic. He's a great returner, and so we'll have to have. We do have a really good plan. We'll have to have elite execution versus it, and I mean, the way Iowa plays, they play a field position battle. They want to win a war of attrition, and so we'll have to do the same thing. And we've tried to build our team in a way that allows us to do the same thing.
Consistency of Phil Parker defenses. What is different? What's the same with this group that you'll face?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different players from last year, but they still play and they execute at the same high level. Phil Parker is one of the best defensive coaches to ever do it, and it'll be a challenge. Our players are going to have to make plays. We have really good players on offense. They're going to have to go make a ton of plays against a really good defense.
We'll wrap it up with Coach. Talk a little bit about the seniors. That's next.
On the Huskers Radio Network.
The color red means something to us. It means tough, ready, and powerful. It means our standards are high, and we expect the highest level of performance on and in the field. So while the Huskers are getting it done on the football field, you can count on Massey Ferguson tractors to get it done in your field. With its seamless CVT transmission and efficient AGCO-powered engine, you'll keep charging down the field all season long. Check out the full line of Massey Ferguson equipment at Osceola Implement in Osceola and True Ag and Turf in Falls City, Columbus, and Osmond.
Hey Husker fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Husker football games or to any other live event in Lincoln, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Nebraska Football. Let's go Huskers! SeatGeek.
This is the commercial for Pioneer Seed Corn.
100 years ago, one seed changed everything. In 1926, Pioneer revolutionized farming with the first commercial production of hybrid corn, the one that started it all, the one that still turns heads, and the one that grows the future. This year, we celebrate a century of innovation, one big milestone made possible by one moment, one farmer, 100 seasons. See how it all began at pioneer.com/100.
When it comes to irrigation, only the best will do. That's why growers trust Valley Genuine Parts. Gearboxes, center drives, sprinklers, tech, and more. The parts you rely on most for any pivot, any brand, all from Valley. And now save $50 on your next purchase of Valley Genuine Parts or service. Claim online at valleyirrigation.com/parts. Your Valley dealer has the inventory you need, plus expert inspections and fast, reliable service. Claim your $50 savings today at valleyirrigation.com/parts.
This is Big Red Football.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers. Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming!
Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you? Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great, but when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
In Nebraska, the good life means mornings that wait for you. A porch swing or a skyline view. Work that matters and time that's yours. Neighbors who wave. Hey there. Stars you can almost touch. A mortgage that makes sense. More space, more time, more life. Nebraska, the good life is calling. Are you ready to answer? Learn more about living in Nebraska at www.thegoodlifeiscalling.com.
Final segment of the Matt Rule pregame show, Heroes Game, Nebraska and Iowa. Fans, the one that started it all, the number one seed to beat, the one for you, plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Kyle Crooks and Matt Rule, a senior day. You'll have a large group of seniors that'll be honored in the pregame. What can you say about this class and what they've meant to you in your short time here?
Oh, they're awesome. They're wonderful. It's a group of young men, some who transferred in, some who've been here the whole time, but they've all left the program better than they found it. And to me, that's a true mark of a man. It's a true mark of a Nebraskan, of a Husker, is to always, try to build things. And these guys have built it. They're bowl eligible back-to-back years, and I certainly want to see them walk off this field like last year's seniors walked off the field with a win.
And, of course, the emotion of senior day, but the thought is it's just tough to close out games against Iowa. I mean, you know it. What's it going to take for a full 60 minutes against this team?
Yeah, it's all the things we talked about. We're going to have to stop the run and limit the quarterback. We're going to have to play really well on special teams and win some field position battles. And then offensively, we'll have to control the line of scrimmage and create some explosive plays. And the explosive plays, there's not a lot of schematic things you can do versus these guys. I mean, they're pretty sound. They're extremely sound. Our players are just going to have to make plays. And when they do that, you have to do that for 60 minutes.
Taking a lot of steps forward this year as a program, but in terms of the rivalry aspect of this, what would a win mean today in terms of stepping this program forward, the progress of where you want to be? A win against Iowa today, what would that mean?
Yeah, I mean, we play them every year. We'll measure ourselves really on how we finish the season, and so we're proud of a lot of things we did. We've had some disappointing moments that we want to improve upon, and so all we can do now is focus on this game, and I think our guys are excited for it, and it would mean a great deal. It would mean a great deal to watch these guys get over the hump and beat a team like Iowa.
Well, Coach, appreciate it, and best of luck today.
Thanks so much.
We continue after this on the Huskers Radio Network, getting closer to Nebraska and Iowa.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers. Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming!
Definitely rust.
Rick? How did you? Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great, but when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
Welcome back to the Greg Sharp radio booth at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. I'm Matt Coatney. Let's take a quick look at a Nebraska Lottery scoreboard. It's what they call Rivalry Weekend. There are 13 games today in major college football. The big matchups today include at 11 a.m. Central, the Egg Bowl and the Lane Kiffin Watch. 7th-ranked Ole Miss and Mississippi State also at 11 a.m. It's Utah, Kansas. At 2:30 p.m. Central, they call this Clean Old-Fashioned Hate. 4th-ranked Georgia and 23rd ranked Georgia Tech at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. At 6:30 p.m. Central tonight, number 2 Indiana at Purdue at Ross-Ade Stadium. Number 3 Texas A&M at number 16 Texas. At 8 p.m. 25th ranked Arizona at number 20 Arizona State. Valley Irrigation helps you farm smarter with the most reliable center pivots and advanced remote technology. Maximize profits and enjoy more time for what matters, including Husker football. Learn more at valleyirrigation.com. I'm Matt Coatney at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Get ready, Nebraska. The Huskers are finishing up the regular season. Nebraska versus Iowa. Husker football next.
It's time for Nebraska Cornhuskers football.
I think people, when they hear my tone, they can tell that I have high expectations for this team. When you have high expectations, you have to have high standards. And I think at every turn, the players have matched and exceeded the standard that we've laid out for them.
8-yard touchdown run. Johnny Rogers, the Heisman Trophy winner. Pass here. He gives to Kenny. Kenny over the left side. Touchdown. Rozier running to the 50, to the 45. Left side to Pryor. He's the 40. He's gone home, mama. Another one. Touchdown. Steve Taylor. Touchdown, Tommy Frazier. Touchdown, Tommy. Corey Schlesinger. Touchdown. Nebraska's quarterback, Chuck Berringer. Lawrence comes. Touchdown. 10-5. Touchdown, Amon Green. Picked up by Mike Minter. By Eric Kraut. Fakes the pitch. Keeps it. Keeps it to 25-20. There he goes. And dropped. And Ndamukong Suh. What a spectacular run for touchdown, Amir Abdullah. What an amazing catch and run.
The process works for those who will work. The process is undefeated for those who won't be defeated.
Takes a snap. Fade route. Back run to the end zone. 50-50 ball. It's blocked. Caught blocked it. It's picked up. Was it caught? Was it caught? Unreal. Touchdown. Left, leaping one-handed catch, tumbling in the end zone. Dane Key, tackle 30, 25-20, 20, 15, 10-5, touchdown, Huskers! Oh, that was incredible!
Brought to you locally by This is the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery.
Welcome into the Nebraska Lottery Pre-Kickoff Show. We welcome you inside iconic Memorial Stadium for the Heroes game. It's Nebraska and Iowa for a 15th straight year. And what a setting for Senior Day. Hi, everybody. We welcome you inside the Greg Sharp radio booth. I'm Kyle Crooks. We'll be joined by two-time national champ Damon Benning. Jessica Cootie is down on a very cold sideline today. We'll hear from her coming up a little bit later on in the pre-kick as well. Last week was one to forget for the Huskers, but a win against a rival today can change the tune of the season heading into a bowl game. Victory against Iowa would be Nebraska's first against the Hawkeyes since 2022, the first here in Lincoln since 2011. Also, a win in the regular season's final day will get Nebraska to an 8th win in the regular season for the first time since 2016 and get Matt Rule his first victory over Iowa as Husker head coach. With that, the task ahead are the Hawkeyes, who have been a program built on consistency under Kirk Ferentz, who's in his 27th season as the head man at Iowa. A program built for the Big Ten, running the football, also sound defense, limit turnovers, limit penalties. It's a recipe for the consistency that they've had. Also, one of the nation's best special teams units. In this series, it's one that the Huskers have wanted to forget since the Heroes Trophy has been brought aboard. Last two meetings have come down to special teams. An Iowa walk-off field goal has clinched the last two, an identical 13-10 scores. So, can the Huskers do something they haven't done in quite some time, early since the inception of the Heroes Trophy, and that's win here at Memorial Stadium against the Hawkeyes and perhaps buck that unfortunate trend. Also, so much on the line today for the seniors, the Huskers will honor 19 different Huskers experience their final experience at Memorial Stadium, and 8 of the 19 have played their entire careers here in the Scarlet and the Cream. So much on the line here today for Nebraska in their final opportunity inside Memorial Stadium, getting prepped for a bowl game. Where they'll go for a bowl game, who knows, but a win today certainly could help for a more prestigious opportunity come in December, later in December, for a postseason game for Nebraska. It is the Huskers and the Hawkeyes. Still more to do on the Nebraska Lottery Pre-Kickoff Show. As always, fans, put away your sleigh. The Nebraska Lottery's Yuletide Ride promotion is back. You can win a new SUV or $1,000. Just enter non-winning Merry Money Holiday Scratch tickets by January 20th, 2026. Top prize odds vary by game. Damon and Jess join me next on the Huskers Radio Network.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery on the Huskers Radio Network.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Defend your network like a champ with Hamilton Business Technologies. From end zones to endpoints, our cybersecurity solutions keep your business and your data protected from online threats. We offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. You keep doing what you do best, and we will protect the rest. Hamilton Business Technologies, the official business IT partner of the Huskers. Visit us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Shop Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Lease the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn for just $349 per month. Visit us in Blair or Bellevue today. 42 months, 10,000 miles per year. With approved credit, tax title license extra for well-qualified returning lessees. First payment and $299 doc fee due at signing. Stock number BC250889. Offer expires December 1st, 2025. See dealer for details.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
This is Big Red Football.
This is your Nebraska State Treasurer here to let you know how you can tackle college savings with Nest 529 Education Savings. Nothing opens the door to big dreams like higher education. When your child's dreams start turning into real-world ambitions, you can be ready by enrolling in a Nest 529 account. With Nest 529, you can enjoy multiple tax benefits with a convenient, easy-to-manage account offering multiple investment options. Enroll today at nest529.com. It's the perfect game plan.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack sweet tech, posh cabins, and Toyota's legendary reliability. So whether it's a fishing trip at dawn, tailgate at noon, or a remote sunset at, well, sunset, these trucks are built to make every weekend epic. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, or Village Point Toyota of Omaha.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect that water is the reason parts of your concrete have gotten so uneven. Walkway tripping hazards, sinking pool deck, cracked driveways are dangerous threats to everyone's safety. But there's one way to learn how your concrete can be lifted. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at groundworks.com. License number C142293.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery on the Huskers Radio Network.
Under 30 minutes to kick off the annual Heroes game. Nebraska and Iowa to conclude the regular season. Kyle Crooks, national champ Damon Benning, Jessica Cootie is down on the sidelines today. Jess, let's start with you. The Senior Day festivities are going on right now, so there's a lot of emotion around that. We all know it's very cold. Everybody's bundled up. But the emotion of Senior Day is always something every single year these players have to deal with. 19 different Huskers to be honored today.
Yeah, and they're lining up right now. The families are on the field. Coach Rule down there in the tunnel giving hugs to some of those seniors. This is a group that means a lot to them. They've been so important in establishing that player-led type of culture and what Coach Rule wants to establish here. So it's a group that means a lot to them. And, you think about all the things that these guys have been through and some of the ones, especially those ones that have been here from start to finish and everything that they've battled through in the adversity. Hope they take it in here, but it's emotional. And as we've heard Jeremiah Searle say, some of the guys that walked off here not with a win, it haunts you forever. So big opportunity here today to walk off with your final game here with a win. Guys, watching warm-ups, though, here today, TJ Lateef was out here early, and no problem for the California kid this weather. He was out here short sleeves, shorts, running around. He is fired up, let me tell you. I spent a lot of time watching the defensive line warm-ups, seeing how they're going to respond today. I think they're pretty dialed in, guys. And listening to Terry Braden, he said, hey, we're ready to go. We're ready to go, and let's go do this one. In terms of the availability report, great news, because here this late in the season, just the injuries that we've known about for quite some time, but relatively healthy coming in. Ja'Cory Barney and Kenneth Williams both warmed up on kickoff, so we'll see how they go there. Kenneth Williams was good at warm-ups last week, but he ended up being Ja'Cory. But yeah, guys, also Damon usually gives Caleb Benning a hug before the game. He missed him today, so I gave him a hug and said, hey, that was from your dad. And he said, where is he? I said, he's already up in the booth. He said, he's so soft. So I think the guys down here are handling the weather better than you guys are up there, guys.
Yeah, great stuff, Jess. What's that about?
Listen, I was down early. Okay. I waited for him, and I took, Eric Crouch wanted to come meet you. Yep. I took him back down to the field for a second go-around. So I'm talking to Jess, and I said, hey, walk me backwards through the clock. How off am I on our timing from when I normally give him his hug? And she said, well, I think you missed him, because she walked me back through it. And then she just took part of backing over me with the bus. Like, she could have easily said, hey.
We tend to do that.
He gave it round 2 to come back to you. He came back outside, but he missed you. But no, it was funnier to do it the other way. That's okay. I earn it.
I'll say this. The one person that doesn't have a jacket on right now in this booth is Damon Benning. He's got his normal, he wears the same thing every time. Yep. His little wind jacket. He's good to go. Senior Day, emotion of that. Look, this is a team that has a lot to prove after last week as a defense, and Iowa's going to want to do a lot of the same things. They're going to try and run the ball right down your throat.
I agree, and there's a different way that they'll do it, obviously, because they don't get to the run game the same as Penn State, but the commitment to it won't be any different. And Casey, here's the deal. We kind of alluded to it. We talked about it. At what point do I think Nebraska was ready to get on the plane and come back from Penn State? Too soon, because it wasn't a full 60 minutes of that game time. So what you have to do now is there'll be no hidden message, no mixed signals. You're playing a team that doesn't like you a ton. There's no doubt about that. And you need to match that fight and that amount of disdain. And coming off of last week, it won't be that tough.
TJ Lateef gets a chance at his first career home start. In terms of, I know you're not a huge fan of sprint outs and cutting down the field into thirds in the passing game, but getting him more involved as a runner, whether it's designed or not, do you see more of that today?
Critical. Fantastic point by yourself. You know where I think it'll show up first is when and if Nebraska gets into the red zone. I should say if and then when Nebraska gets into the red zone, because I think with the condensed field, and you've left a lot of points out there on the field this year in the red zone in general when it comes to the difference between touchdowns and field goals. QB run game helps you immensely with that, and it's also when Iowa has had the tendency to dial up pressures too. They've blitzed a little more than they have in the past, and because they've given up some plays on the back end, which they aren't accustomed to. but you'll for sure get pressure from the Hawkeyes once Nebraska gets in the green zone. The best way to negate that, QB run game.
Great stuff from Damon Benning. Jessica Cootie, will hear from her once we get set for the coin toss coming up. The kickoff will be about 11:08 a.m. Central Time. Senior Day festivities wrapping up here at Memorial Stadium. When you return, we'll have starting lineups getting closer to kickoff. Regular season's final day, Nebraska and Iowa on the Huskers Radio Network.
You're listening to the Pre-Kickoff Show, brought to you by the Nebraska Lottery on the Huskers Radio Network.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The LX Series is part of the #1 selling compact tractor lineup in the U.S., built with premium features and the comfort and versatility to make your land your own. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $5,000. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Experience the Kubota difference. Visit NebraskaKubotaDealers.com or visit Nebraska Equipment in Seward or Osceola Implement in Osceola.
Tackle the toughest tasks on your farm with Brand Agricultural Products. They've got a complete lineup of grain handling and tillage equipment to take you from the preseason all the way to the playoffs or harvest. All their ag equipment is North American built and backed by an extensive network of dealerships that provide support over the long run. Lead the field with Brand Agricultural Products. Visit Brand.ca for more.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Nebraska Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Nebraska Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
12 seconds left in the fourth. Jared has $300 down on a parlay. It's caught! It's caught! Unbelievable! A huge win for Jared, who's now losing his lunch all over the casino floor.
Does gambling disagree with you? Find free help and real hope through the Nebraska Gamblers Assistance Program at gamblingdisagreeswithyou.com.
Yeah, watch the left corner right here, Chip. That stain is not coming out.
This is Big Red Football.
It's the Ford Black Friday Sell-a-thon, and it's go time with great deals across the Ford lineup. Get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Head to your Midwest Ford dealers during the Black Friday Sell-a-thon. Now get 0%, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Hurry in, these value-driven offers end December 1st. Go to your Midwest Ford dealers today. Official vehicle of your Kansas City Chiefs, driven by value.
This is your Nebraska State Treasurer here to let you know how you can tackle college savings with Nest 529 Education Savings. Nothing opens the door to big dreams like higher education. When your child's dreams start turning into real-world ambitions, you can be ready by enrolling in a Nest 529 account. With Nest 529, you can enjoy multiple tax benefits with a convenient, easy-to-manage account offering multiple investment options. Enroll today at nest529.com. It's the perfect game plan.
Dear weekend, Toyota trucks are raring to go. Gearing up for fall, Tundra is all in for hauling. Campers, ATVs, you know Tundra's got the muscle to move it. Going off the beaten path? Tacoma says, let's do this. With handling that tackles tough trails and the backbone to take you where the pavement can't. Both trucks pack.
This is the pride of all Nebraska. With twirler Brittany Berry. And drum majors Travis Floyd, Jake Green, Tanner Moss, and Gretchen Muth. It's Heroes Day in Memorial Stadium, and there is no place like Nebraska. Huskers from the University of Iowa. Husker fans, please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, conducted by Director of Bands Dr. Carolyn Barber. By executive order of the Commander-in-Chief, all active duty military personnel in civilian attire and military veterans are authorized to maintain their cover and render a proper hand salute. The colors are being presented by a full joint color guard and commanded by midshipmen from the Navy ROTC program. The band's traditional pre-game salute to the fans in all four stadiums begins with the well-known football classic, Mr. Touchdown, USA! Our salute continues with the majestic strains of March Grandioso. Then let's all chant the letters of Nebraska with March of the Cornhuskers. And now, Nebraska's own Hail Varsity!
And now, the projected starting lineup, presented by J-Tech Construction and Solar. The Black Shirts: Elijah Judy, Keona Davis, Cameron Linhart. Linebackers: Deshaun McCullough, Vincent Shavers Jr., Javen Wright. The secondary: Deshaun Singleton, Rex Guthrie, Andrew Marshall, Donovan Jones, Sierra Wright. The specialists: Kyle Cunanan, Kevin Gallick, Archie Wilson. On the offense: Turner Corcoran, Henry Letowski, Justin Evans, Rocco Spindler, Elijah Pritchett. Receivers: Dane Key, Isaiah Hunter, Ja'Cory Barney Jr., Luke Lindenmeyer. In the backfield: at quarterback, TJ Lateef. And at running back, Emmett Johnson.
in-play fake. Childs back to throw. Avalanche the pot and sacked. Elijah Judy.
Heinrich gets the snap. The handoff keeps it around the left side and gets into the end zone. Touchdown. Heinrich Harbor off the left side.
Pass is intercepted to the 30, 25, 20, 5. Touchdown, Nebraska. Sierra Ryan with a pick six. Snap to Childs. Four-man twisting rush. Childs hit as he throws near left. It's intercepted. Picked off. It's Deshaun Singleton again.
Good morning, gentlemen. Iowa, you are the visiting team today, and you will be calling the toss. This is the head, and the Big Ten logo is the tail. We are joined today by Mr. Eric Kraut, Heisman Trophy winner, as well as a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. Eric is going to do the honors of calling of the toss today. Mr. Couch, it's your honor. Heads is a call. It is a tail. You want the football. Which way you want to kick? Okay, spin your backs, please.
This annual rivalry, full of hatred, full of disgust.
The rivalry would become increasingly difficult, keen, and enjoyable with the two neighboring states.
It doesn't take a lot to get the guys fired up to go play Iowa. You know, it's a rivalry game. We don't like them, they don't like us.
Should be a good grudge match in Lincoln, Nebraska.
This rivalry has grown year after year, and it's a genuine, authentic rivalry between these two